So this morning I was out in King's Cross for a press conference featuring the Prime Minister, Gordon Brown. And it was around the latest announcements for the Digital Britain programme. And of course, you know, most of the stuff that people really wanted to talk about, the main body of questions coming into the Prime Minister are around commitments like rural broadband, the commitment to have 100% broadband access, which has actually gone up from a 90% pledge before, and the digital economy bill, of course, the questions over piracy and public Wi-Fi hotspots and that kind of thing. But the thing that I found interesting and that really relates back to the kind of services and outsourcing agenda was something that was mentioned today, and it hasn't been covered by pretty much any of the newspapers or other media outlets that's been covering the Prime Minister's speech this morning. And that's really around some of the other things that he was talking about. He mentioned a program called MyGov, which is really a way of changing the way that government delivers services. So to make the government websites, instead of just e-delivery, it should be around the more collaboration and a two-way interaction with citizens. So he's sort of talking about changing government, changing departments, having a shake-up in Whitehall, really shaking up the way that services are delivered. And we already know from some of the efficiency reviews going on that the government has proposed to save about £4 billion from services over the next couple of years, until the budget of 2012 and 13. But what he mentioned in this speech today was that the government was actively going to create some new business service companies. So, and that's the specific terminology he used, business service companies, with the DWP, the Department for Work and Pensions, as a prototype where they have created effectively a supplier. It's I think that this is actually an extremely interesting point that was not covered by most of the media, because what you're really talking about here is a much greater push to outsourcing and joint ventures with the private sector. And not only is that going to push a whole load of the public sector back office into the private sector, but it's also going to mean there's immense areas of government real estate that will no longer be needed. The Prime Minister himself said that they could probably make about £20 billion just by selling these offices. And I don't think that they'll sell all of this property just onto the open market. It may well be that suppliers are going to buy this property from the government and then redesign the way that the services are delivered. And really that's one of the benefits here. I mean, you know, clearly there's going to be some benefits to come out of these ideas and this program. Redesign of the way government delivers services, obviously the cash for giving up the ownership of all that property. But then by redesigning the services and making it more collaborative and interactive with citizens, we should be able to actually deliver for a lower cost as well. So is this the way forward? I'm not sure. It was certainly buried within the announcement around other Digital Britain initiatives. But I think that given we have seen work taking place with the DWP and stuff like Stereo working with the NHS on a joint venture to deliver an NHS back office, you know, that definitely looks like the way forward.